Welcome back, everyone, to the Debrief. It is, of course, Oscar weekend, and Jack Rico from ShowBizCafe.com is here with us to break it down for ShowBizCafe.com, a bilingual website devoted to movies, entertainment, things like that.
Absolutely.
Jack, you tell us that there are some changes this year that we should look out for with the Oscars. What are they?
You know, the Oscars are very traditional, and so this year, one of the biggest complaints that they've received throughout the years has, oh man, this thing is just too long. I don't know if I can last. Like, I'm going to sleep.
Right.
So what they've wanted to do is they wanted to kind of just, do a couple of changes and tweaks here. But one of the big things that they're doing is the Best Picture category is going to go from 5 movies to 10 movies, which sounds like it might make it longer,
right,
but they're cutting in other ways. One of those other ways is that the winners this year cannot say thank you to their loved ones. So you know how, let's say, Martin Scorsese, I just want to thank my cousin and my mother. That's not happening. They're going to take him now backstage. There's going to be an online feed live where they can do all those things.
Okay.
But professionally, it's just going to be under a minute.
Maybe somebody with the movie, that, associated with movie, but not the family
agents,
stuff.
yeah, but not the family stuff.
Be interesting to see if that happens, if they hold to it. We'll see. Okay.
Right. And then the other thing is they want to go younger.
Okay.
They feel that the demographic, the percentages have been very sort of skewed toward the older audience. Right. And so now they want to bring in some of the teenagers and young adults to be watching the Oscars. So they decided to ask Miley Cyrus, who's Hannah Montana, a very popular actress, Zac Efron from High School Musical, Taylor Lautner, and Kristen Stewart, known for the Twilight vampire films.
Okay.
So they're going to be presenting Oscars, and they think that those changes are going to sort of solidify the way they go on from this year onward.
All right, so let's get to some of the major categories and your thoughts about them. Best Picture.
We think that the prediction for Best Picture is going to be The Hurt Locker over Avatar and Precious.
Okay.
And we think that is because, number one, it's an indie film that has picked up a lot of steam. It's considered probably the best dramatic Iraq War film ever done on film. It's well acted, it's intensely shot, and it's sort of an action war sort of movie. So we think that's going to do extremely well.
And that leads to an interesting dynamic when you get to Best Director. Explain it.
So Catherine Bigelow is nominated for Best Director, but her husband used to be the ex, James Cameron from Avatar. They're both going at it. They've been going at it in this award season. And guess who the winner has been almost all the time? 90% of the times. It's been Catherine Bigelow. But at the Oscars, no woman has ever won the Best Director category. This would be the first time, and we could be part of history by seeing this. So we think Catherine Bigelow is going to take it. What she had to do with that film was low budget, low resources, and for her to make that film and probably win Best Picture, usually Best Director go hand in hand.
All right, also interesting, an African-American nominated for director as well.
Lee Daniels from Precious. They've been nominated a few times, but no one has ever won it.
Okay,
so
all right, great.
Might be a good surprise there.
Best Actress, we know the name, Meryl Streep, among others. But you raise an interesting point about her.
Right. Well, what happens is Meryl Streep's been nominated 16 times.
Yeah.
She's won 2 Oscar awards. But since 1984, she's been nominated 12 times, David, and
hasn't won since the mid-'80s. Wow.
Right. So her biggest competitor this time is Sandra Bullock, her first nomination ever. So it's not like, wow, this is probably the greatest rival she's ever had. It's more like she's America's sweetheart, and everybody would want Sandra Bullock to win.
Right.
But the one who really deserves it here is Meryl Streep. She took a modest film in Julie and Julia, and she made it special, extremely charismatic.
Okay, all right. Best Actor, a lot of momentum with Jeff Bridges, it would seem.
Right. So he's won. He's been nominated many times, about 4 times. This is his 5th nomination. Has never won the award.
Okay.
So you have an idea. He was in a movie called Crazy Heart, which is sort of a combination, David, between Mickey Rourke's The Wrestler and Joaquin Phoenix's Johnny Cash from Walk the Line, which both were nominated for Oscars. This is a combination of both. His performance is brilliant, it's captivating, it's engrossing, and he's sad, pathetic, charismatic, yet witty, all at the same time.
Bring on the popcorn. Jack Rico.
Thanks a lot, David.
ShowBizCafe.com. Thank you. We'll be right back on the Debrief.